Love to see like a top to bottom comparison between us in our last like BFF tag. Bye. Where both of our hair was like down to here.
Like orange fake tan.
And the entire video all I did is this. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
We just stabbed into like stabbing people in Threesome, so why not? The fact that the Wi-Fi is only in the food area is dangerous.
Now on churros.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are currently in the desert. We're in, if you can't already tell by our look.
Hopefully.
We are currently in Palm Springs / Desert Springs for Coachella. I'm here with my best friend, Christine. If you guys have been a original on this channel, then you may have already known or seen videos with Christine in them. We did a best friend tag 2013, 2014.
Vacation haul from like 2015.
Yes. We actually got the same ones in black, in white as well.
Yes.
So it was 2014. It was 2014 that we did one.
So in case anyone was worried, yes, I am still alive.
And I will link those down below for your pure entertainment. We also have some other videos that I feel like we could very funnily pull up. But I won't link them because they're quite... We're not there yet. So for today's video, we figured it would be kind of funny or slash fun to do a little bit of like a Q&A slash Christine grilling me with some questions, because Christine is actually extremely savage and ruthless, and funny enough, I'm pretty poised with you guys on camera, but behind the scenes...
You have no idea.
We get a little crazy. So I figured it'd be really funny to get Christine to do a Q&A and to ask me some questions, and we even threw up an Insta post to see if you guys had any questions, but she also wrote up some, which I'm a little afraid of, which is why we're drinking wine to like loosen things up a little bit.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you take the reins.
I'm very excited. This is gonna be some hardcore journalism. I have some hard-hitting questions that you're all begging to know. I'm kind of curious to know the answers to these questions. Like, okay, what do I not know about Kalyn? Which is very few things. And honestly, there's some things that I do know about Kalyn, but I'm gonna ask anyways, just so you guys know the answers.
We became friends in kindergarten. We did our natural elementary thing, falling in, falling out, but long story short, we've known each other for 20 years. We did the emo look.
We did front bangs. So she did bleach blonde with black underneath, and I did black with blonde underneath. It
was great.
So it was like absolute squad goals.
We've gone through puberty together. We've gone through boyfriends together. We got our like licenses pretty much together.
We worked at Tim Hortons together.
We worked at Timmy's together. We worked at the old age home together. Like
exactly. We'll shine through in our own ways, but still be.
But we play off each other. You just take the wheel. Go right ahead.
Okay, so I tried to mix it up a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go too hard the whole way. You know, I'm gonna give her a break a little bit.
Keep in mind that my father watches these videos.
Okay. Shout out to Ken.
Dad.
Let's
pull it up.
So I'm gonna ask you some basic questions to start off to get you like in the mood.
Okay.
What's your name?
Kalyn Marie Nicholson. Next question.
What was your first MSN name?
So my first one ever was Candy Lover 5, and then it was Square Minded, which I got made fun of real hard.
The concept of being square, where we're from, is it means that you've never made out with a boy.
Like you never kissed a boy.
With tongue.
Which in elementary school is okay, but I got made fun of for being square.
We used to pass notes back and forth, and a bunch of the guys in our grade, they...
I forgot about this.
Ended up realizing that Kalyn was square.
I hadn't kissed a boy.
She had never kissed with tongue. And
Dad, you should be proud.
I had already made out before, so I was good. I was in the clear. I didn't get made fun of.
But you covered me.
She wrote in her notes that she was square, so everyone was like, oh, Kalyn's square. Like that was
like a thing.
That was like gossip of 2007, is that Kalyn was square.
Yeah, that I never kissed a boy, but that's okay.
With tongue. Next question, what's your favorite color?
Changes every day. Today it is blue because I'm wearing blue. Yesterday it was green, but normally it's kind of like a movie pink.
What's your favorite animal?
Elephants. Like, here you go. I'm just gonna hand you
that.
Right.
Adele Ola asked, have you ever liked the same guy? If yes, how did you solve it? So.
Funny enough, full circle. So the guy that I did end up kissing, my first kiss ever, my elementary school crush, and in grade 7, we sat side by side and he sat in front of us. And there was a phase where we fought over him pretty damn hard.
I feel like we went back and forth between being kind of open about it. Went on this trip, it was to the Toronto Zoo.
Yes.
And we are both like so competitively like trying to flirt with him.
For this video, his name will be Pierre.
Anyway, so we both went back and forth, like literally trying to flirt with this. And
Pierre!
But at this point, Pierre had definitely chosen Kalyn. Like, he was like all like super into her. Like, they were together all day, and I remember I was fuming. Like, I was so mad.
I liked him for like 3 years leading up to that.
And I liked him for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was so...
You didn't see me going after Derek. Who you liked all throughout elementary school.
It's because no one would go for Derek. And when we kissed, there was Dunkaroo. We didn't speak on the... Because it was like a 2.5 hour bus ride home from the Toronto Zoo, and like...
I have a picture from the way there.
So, show that. We just got over it.
Yeah, we did. Next day we just woke up and we were like, hey, whatever.
When was your last mental breakdown? Coachella day 1.
Coachella day 1. Find mental breakdown for me. Like, is mental breakdown like I'm real sad, things are going on in my life? Or is mental breakdown like...
Mental breakdown is like...
Kim K ugly cray.
So I guess yesterday was not a mental breakdown. No. Mental breakdown is definitely like you're super overwhelmed, things are like getting to you, and you're always in like, fuck everything.
Like Kim K ugly cry.
So yeah.
I don't think I've cried in a really long time, which is kind of concerning. Like, I feel like I should be crying.
I've seen you cry only once. So when we were in Cuba, I've been threatening to leak this footage for so long. We were in Cuba and there was a lizard in our room. Kalyn was like, I'm gonna save him, blah blah blah. So she grabs like a cup and like a piece of like paper or something to slide underneath him. And when she did, she accidentally cut off part of his tail. And mind you, at this point, we did not know that at this, like, lizards grow their tails back if they get cut off. So she is bawling, and like, mind you, she does not.
I killed him.
Like, I remember filming it, and she's crying, and I've like literally never seen this girl cry. But moral of the story is the lizard did get saved.
He did.
I was like, yeah.
Like, this is good quality shit.
Show us how you really feel. What do you admire most, the other person, and what's the most annoying thing about the other person? What kind of friend are you? The sassy one, the nice one, the dramatic one, the mom?
Okay.
So you can go first.
So tell me the first part.
What do you admire the most about each other?
Like, we've known each other so long that we kind of feel like fam. So to me, I can come at you like upset about things, but I can also come at you with tacos, and I know I can already gauge your reaction. 1, 2, you'll never judge me for anything I do say, bodily functions, like, and all the in-between. And 3, I think honestly, like, if I FaceTime you or text you at any point, you'll answer. Like, you'll always answer. What's up? You'll answer, but like, we'll Mr. Rushford each other. So that's the other, I feel like we should Mr. Rushford. He was our grade 7 teacher, and we always had nightmares of him like this. Lots of favorite qualities, but those are the ones I can think of right now.
So my favorite is definitely when I think about our friendship and I think about who we are, I always compare us to each other, and I'm like, oh, like, we are like literally the same person. But I do think that Kalyn is the better version of us in the sense that she's so organized. It's like insane. She was always the friend that, like, we were in elementary school and I'd be like, man, I didn't do my homework. And
I'd slide you my notes. I'd always slide you my notes. I'm like, here.
And she would do it. Like, she would just be like, you know what? I did it. Like, here.
And Mr. Usher would always be like, your like, guys' answers are the exact same.
Her ability to not give a shit what other people think, to kind of do what she wants to do, to follow her goals, to follow her dreams, and to also set goals. Like, I have never in my entire life ever even remotely seen anyone set goals like this girl that actually follows the steps to follow through with it. Whereas I set a goal and I'm like, maybe next year.
Oh, thanks, man. I feel like I need to give a better answer now. I thought we were talking about friendship. Well, I'm talking about you as an individual.
I also had more time to think.
Now we're just turning this into a mush fest, but like, funniest person on the frickin' planet right here. Just saying. And 2, you honestly give the best advice. And it was like a thing growing up that it was when you were applying lipstick or straightening your hair, but just in general, if like Kristen, one of our other best friends, comes at you with a problem, or like Maggie comes at you with a problem, your advice is so catered to the person you're dealing with because you're so good at like reading people and stepping into like their shoes.
Thank you.
I had to do something a bit more about you than just us.
What's the most annoying thing the other person does? And I said this in the BFF tag. The most annoying thing Kalyn does is when she has to pee, she literally like does the most obnoxious like pee dance ever, to the point where she's literally like hugging herself.
I did it on the plane. Like, I was like, I gotta pee.
It was to the point where it's like, I feel like we both have small bladders, and this girl on the plane, she was sitting on the outside, we were sitting on the inside, and like whether one of us was peeing, the other person was peeing, like we would go together kind of thing. It was like constantly we're like, hey, like, excuse me, like, you gotta get through us.
Like, what's up? I'm like, I just got pee.
And so I was like, you know what, let's just go. I will come with you just so I don't have to witness the pee dance. Like, I would offer my firstborn child to never see pee dance ever again. Because it's so aggressive.
I'm so sorry, because I know that this is something that you can't really technically help.
I know what you're going to say.
Your freaking restless leg syndrome
It's gotten better over the years.
It is one of those things that, like, when we would hang out, we would lay in bed and, like, watch TV, and her leg is, like repetitive sounds or repetitive movements drive me nuts. And so I'd always, like, grab your leg, and I'm like, just stop moving. And you're like, I'm sorry, man, I can't help it.
And in my mind, I'm casually watching TV. I'm just like, oh, we're watching CSI Miami. And I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden she'd be like, psh, and I'd be like, what? And she'd be like, stop moving your leg. And I'm like, what do you mean? So what kind of friend are you? So how should we do this? Is it me saying what kind of friend you are? Or
yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Examples are like the sassy one, the nice one, the dramatic one, the mom. So I think you are the level-headed mom. I have found you have always been the one that kind of takes care of our friend group, where it's like anytime that we've ever gone out together, it's like Kalyn's the one making sure everyone gets home safe. Kalyn's the one messaging everyone, making sure everyone's safe, like this, like that. And you're also like the most level-headed one that gives the best advice. And like you say, I do. Mine's like,
I think you do.
Mine is in the sense that I feel like I'm like super empathetic, so I relate to that person's situation. But the advice you give is actually like good for that situation. You know,
I still think you give the best.
You are the only person I will take advice from because I am very stubborn.
Thanks. I feel like you're the ride or die. You're the ride or die friend where you're down for anything. Like, I could be like, want to come over and take a nap, and you'd be like, down. And then I'd be like, want to go to Coachella? You're like, down.
You get jealous when your BFF gets close with other friends.
I think when we were younger, we kind of did, but nowadays I'm just like, we sisters now, so like, you can be friends with whoever you want, but like, I'm here till we're old and in the old age home. Yeah, she actually had an indent in my bed in elementary.
Exactly.
No, it was high school, it was the beginning of high school. It was grade 9, 10. There was like a literal body indent in one side of my bed from her. Like, that's how much you stayed in my house.
That's the worst fight you guys have been in. And it was definitely the one that we had 3 years ago?
Yeah, we had a falling out for like a year.
This is one of those things that is like, it more so I think had to do with the state of mind we were both in rather than actually what we were fighting
100%.
over. Because I was like, I had dated a guy for like 5 years and we broke up and I kind of went like, over it.
I feel like it's just one of those things that after high school, but before you really start your adulting life, there's this weird phase of in between early 20s, late teens kind of era where I think that because I got so into YouTube so early and like our lives just went like this where like we just both kind of,
that's a better way to put it.
We wanted to do different things like at that time in our lives, and so it kind of just made us grow apart for a bit, but then it ended up being good because like we said this when we rekindled, like when we became super tight again, I was like, I think that was good for us. I think we needed some breathing space to like figure out who you were, figure out who I was, so that when we came back together it was like, yo, we got that out of our systems.
I had like lived away, and when I came back I started my like party girl phase.
Yeah.
And then your YouTube career really took off and you were so busy because you were working so hard and you were like so involved with that and like trying to deal with all of that, and like, but just like I was so reckless and careless, and I didn't have any like thoughts beside like who I was going to go out with that night and like what I was going to do and like who I was going to see and like blah blah.
But I was always kind of envious of that, I feel, because,
and I was envious of you too, which is
so weird, right? Because I remember I wanted so badly to almost kind of insert myself into that. I really did want to be like early 20s, just go out and have live my life with more abandon. And I thought that was really cool. I think that everyone in some phase of their life should do that, should kind of just like throw caution to the wind and just have some fun. And that was a really big period of me too for like anxiety and depression. And so I think that was like the other thing is that I would try and go out, but it would make me so anxious that I just couldn't. And so it kind of created this like mold. And the thing is that, let me clarify, like, I didn't talk about these things either, so it wasn't like you knew that's why I didn't want to go out. I feel like from your standpoint, it probably seemed like I was like I'm too good to go out and party, but it was really like I'm so anxious, and you were like, I just want to have fun, but to me I was like, all she wants to do is party, and so we just
and in my head I'm like, all she wants to do is
sit at home on her computer and edit videos.
But moral of the story is we actually did not speak for a year. Like, an actual year, which is so messed up for us.
It's like, weird. But I also feel like anyone watching this that has a best friend, like, that's also normal. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's normal to go through, like, ebbs and flows with friendships. And I honestly do think that, in a weird way, it was good for us. We laugh about it. Like, we're like, remember when we weren't friends? LOL. Like,
that one time.
Should we move over to your questions?
Yes. So, these are a lot different than the questions.
Yeah, you're savage. I know you're gonna...
I didn't realize the vibe everyone else was going to go for, but...
I know you're going to hit me with some hardballs, but I feel like the people will enjoy it.
Okay, if it meant you would say 3 endangered species, would you like a sex tape on your own YouTube channel?
Can it be a classy sex tape?
Yes, it can be whatever you want it to be. And they're like not that it makes a difference, but they're like cute.
Like
they're
cute.
like
can I save the hippos? The hippos are dying.
Like the
Yes, I'm so sorry guys. You would have to watch me do the deed to
Did
save.
you know that
guys, I feel like you guys would be cool with that if I posted it.
I love making films.
Let's say that we did it in a classy way to save 3 animals, guys. I think we would do it.
What is something that I don't even know about you? Even if it's not like super like interesting or like different, because I feel like anything interesting I would know myself.
I think I kind of told you about this more so on this trip, and I don't think you knew it before this. But like the whole like when I meditate, I have like very strong premonitions.
Right.
Like I think I might be not psychic, but I think that there's this like weird thing. Like I was telling her about my meditations where I talk to my higher self, which is weird. But I think that was something you didn't really know up until now. Like meditation is one thing, but then to like tell somebody that's like, yo, I was meditating and I had this vision. Like I have visions when I meditate, and I think that wasn't something you knew until now.
Have you ever experimented with girls?
No, but you and I've made out before.
That's experimenting.
I've never been into...
How was I?
You were great. You guys are really getting the inside scoop here. It was a lap dance contest, so we were just like, we could win this. You're literally like my family, so I was just like, let's do it.
Tell them about how we got one of the bartenders who was like very good looking to leave the bar and get someone to cover his bar so that he could let us give him a lap dance.
It's one of those things where like, so there's this girl that was down by the pool for the last 2 days that we've been like, this girl's so perfect.
She's so hot.
But it's never been something where it's just like I'm actually attracted to girls, but I find the female essence so beautiful and so elegant that I'm mesmerized by females, because I think that we as females, like I think that there's something that is so wholesome about us because Mother Nature is in a sense feminine, and so I find the feminine persona to be so cool.
And female bodies are so beautiful.
Exactly. I'm such a guy's gal. Like I love me a good man. Like I don't think I'll ever dabble in that pool because I just love me a good man, but all power to love, and whoever you love who you love kind of thing.
Okay. What are your thoughts on drugs and illegal substances?
I believe that everybody's very different on this topic, and I can only speak from my own personal experience. I find that drugs are not for me. Like any harsh drugs, any chemical drugs, not that kind of gal. But you hand me a plant and I might be about it. Maybe.
If you could stab one YouTuber, who would it be?
Oh my god. I would
and like they wouldn't like be like super injured. They would just be like, ow.
Like if I could paper cut a YouTuber?
Yeah, and honestly, it doesn't even have to be because you hate them, but it's because you dislike them the most than the rest.
Can we make it paper cut?
Fine.
Or
10 out. Sorry. What? Who said that?
Next question.
Answer. Like, give somebody freely.
You want to know what? I wouldn't stab her, but I would just want to sit down and be like, listen, I love your message, but like, can we just change the way you do it? She made me vegan. Like, I used to freaking love freely. You know that.
Something Paul? Logan Paul? Would you
Would
you stab Logan Paul? 'Cause I would stab Logan Paul.
I am so okay. I feel like this is such
I would do more than paper cut Logan Paul.
I feel like I'm so like Switzerland on YouTube. I don't like to give too many opinions about these things.
Logan Paul shit.
I just like stay out. But I would have to say I'm so sorry. I want to apologize. But if I had to paper cut anybody, it would probably be Logan Paul.
Okay. I like that answer. I feel like unanimously the whole world has decided that he sucks. Would you have a threesome and answer that first?
No, I don't even think I could. I don't think I could.
In my current relationship, I would never have a threesome. But if I was single, I would have a threesome with randoms.
You could do it.
Like, I couldn't do it in a situation that would make me jealous. Like, with my boyfriend, it would drive me nuts. Like, I could never imagine him...
What about you and another dude? Like, you and 2 dudes.
I could do that.
If I did, it would be like we were 50, things were getting a little stale, and we just need to spice some things up. In our, like, later life, our kids are growing up and maybe going to college.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and end this off on a wholesome note. Kalyn, excluding Bentley, your friends or family or job, aka the most obvious answers to this, what are you most thankful for?
Passion mixed with a little bit of the newfound connection I feel to like the universe. That sounds kind of weird. It's something that I
can see that.
I've kind of dabbled with it before, but I feel like in the last little bit I've really kind of found this relationship with the universe and this relationship with meditation and yoga, and it has become such a safe haven for me that I have to say, if those things are the exclusion, then my next runner-up would definitely be that sense of spirituality, I guess. Travel. Like, I would be so thankful for all the travel to just, like, eat, pray, love. Just get out there. Travel and spirituality / like yoga, meditation.
What is it? Is it dance elephants?
Beach dance elephants.
Beach dance elephants. That's what I thought.
Hint, hint.
Hint.
What about you? What would you say?
I am most thankful for tacos. Also super thankful to be here in Desert Springs, California at
Coachella
with my best friend right now. Like, I'm not even just saying that because of this moment. This has been one of the best experience of my entire life.
I could tell that we both kind of needed this little best friend getaway.
But there's nothing like hanging out with your best friend, especially where there's palm trees everywhere. Someone named Chris brings you Bloody Marys and wine.
There you have it, me getting asked some hardball questions, plus your guys' questions, by my best friend.
So good to see you guys again. Just to let you know I'm still alive, still kicking, we're still friends.
Still happening, still a thing. Aside from that, if you guys, the Coachella vlog will be going up on Wednesday, so definitely keep watch for that if you guys want to see all of our shenanigans, including this day 2 look. There's still tomorrow and the next day. We rented a car so that we could go take, like, we've done some things. It's going up on Wednesday. Aside from that, thanks for being in my video. Thanks for interviewing me. Thanks for giving me your hardball question. Like, I gotta stab somebody, I'm a vegan.
I'm a vegan.
I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A. Definitely check out all the links down below. I'm gonna link our best friend tag, as well as some other really funny things.
So you can cringe.
Check it out down below, including all of Christine's socials will also be down below. And aside from that, thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna go top up our glasses and head to day 2.
Beyonce!
Yeah, Beyonce. Oh, this thing I learned. Now put your hands up.
In the club, decided to dip, and I ain't gonna trip. There's another brother notice me.
I'm up on him, she up on me, don't pay him any attention. I guess I'll just like roll it to the out card here.